G'day guys, Luke here, welcome back to another video, and today guys we're doing a huge Reptile update for November 2021. Just recently got a new microphone guys, so hopefully the audio will be much better than what it has been in the past. I'm trying to do new ways to make the videos much better for you guys and more enjoyable. So let's jump in, let's see how everyone's doing, and let me know about the audio guys, how it is on your end, is it any better? But yeah, let's go in and check out how everyone's doing. I think this won't be much longer than the rest of them, it's just because a lot has happened last month, so let's jump in and yeah, see how everyone's doing. First up, we'll go with Bam Bam. Now Bam Bam here is my male pygmy bearded dragon. He's housed in a 3 foot by 1.5 foot by 2 foot enclosure. In the enclosure, got a thin layer of sand. There's a very fine sand, water bowl, his food bowl, his hammock backing, his foam backing I should say as well. You've got a UV light in the middle there, so you get access to UV. Heat dome up there, where you get his heat. Now we've got a wooden hide back here behind him. We've got his fake plant, dragon head, a couple of stones, and a brick they can also hide in. He's doing pretty well, Bam Bam. He's been running around lately, he's been warming up, so it's good to see him out and about more often. Down below them we've got Crystal, who is my female pygmy bearded dragon. Here she is. Now I did try to house these two together about a year ago. She attacked Bam Bam, so I won't be putting them two back together. So her enclosure guys is just a 2 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot enclosure. In the enclosure itself guys, we've got sand, water bowl, food bowl, a hide where she can sleep in, a rock, a couple of ornaments in there for her to climb on and bask on. Got a UV globe in the middle and a foam backing. She's doing well, still a bit on the chunky side, but she's still a beautiful girl. Next door to her, we've got Pedro. Now Pedro's by Pink Tongue Skink. His enclosure, guys, is the same size, so 2 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot. We've got coconut fibre as his substrate. 2 hides I just put in there recently. Something small for him to hide in. Water bowl, food bowl, couple of rocks. His UV globe, UV strip I should say. Heat pad. And I've added a couple of fake plants in there, so it looks much nicer now. He's got his branch and his backing. Now I need to find him. He likes to bury himself, this guy. Expected you to be under this. I think it was a good idea using the or getting some fake plants for him. Hey dude. So here's Pedro. He's a male pink tongue skink. I'm trying to get him on my hand comfortably. It's hard juggling a camera and a lizard at the same time. But there he is. He's a beautiful boy. He's not the most tame of pink tongue skinks, or he's not a very happy pink tongue I should say. Just fix his house back up. But yeah, he's a good boy. He's doing very well. He's been eating his food. When I first got him, he didn't eat for a couple of weeks. But the last couple of months, he has been eating just fine. Now I'm trying to close this door. I do apologise as well about the audio if it's a bit screwed up at times. Down here we've got my 2 female blind-spotted pythons, Super Saiyan Graham. Their setup guys is a 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot I think it is now. Yeah, it would be because it's 2 feet deep and I think it's 2 foot tall. Anyway, in the enclosure we've got the aspen snake bedding, water bowl, custom built hide, 3 other hides, so 2 rock ones and a log one, or stump I should say, backing, heat globe, just a normal display light, fake plant, a couple of sticks, a couple of rocks in here as well. Let's see how they're doing. I know Graham is over here somewhere. Hey Graham. So there's Graham. She hasn't eaten in about 6 months now, so hopefully she eats again soon. Keep banging on the stuff here. And here's Superstar, deep in shed. She's a fabulous girl. She'll be 12 years old this month, and then next month Graham will be 12. Sorry about the background noise. So we got trucks and stuff going back and forth, doing construction work. Sucks. Over here in this 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot enclosure, we've got Diablo. Now Diablo, he is my brown tree snake. Now I find it funny with brown tree snakes. Sorry guys, I'm trying to unlock this lock. With brown tree snakes is in captivity or in the wild as well, they can be quite aggressive. So he's got his paper towel, water bowl. We got his stick in there, custom built back in there. I built for him. Coconut hide, he's not under. He must be under this one then. There he is. I don't want to disturb him because I did feed him yesterday. You can see his little head there just underneath my thumb. He only eats in my hands. He won't eat in the cage. He won't eat on my bed. Heck, he won't eat anywhere else except in my hands. So it tells you how much trust he's got in me, which is good to see. You know, not many brown tree snakes are friendly. And when I first got Diablo, I named him Diablo because he was a little demon. But over time, he settled down. Just next door to Diablo, we've got Billy. Now, Billy's one of 4 blue tongues in the reptile room. Her house has a 3 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot enclosure. Coconut fibre as a substrate, couple of rocks, hide, food bowl, water bowl, UV, and a heat pad. Got a foam backing in there, or backing that used to be foam, but I've covered it in tire pointing, and the hide is custom built here. Where is she? Move that rock out of the way. Here she is. She's doing excellent. Well, you got a bit of bok toy on your ear there. Sorry, girl. But she's doing awesome. When I first got her, she was basically the size of her head. So I'm happy to see her growing, getting stronger every single week. When I first got her, we didn't know if she was going to survive. So I was glad that she survived. She's thriving. Even though she's got half her tail missing. She's such a beautiful girl. So we go from one girl to another. So here's Akko. Now Akko is my female eastern war dragon. She's housed in a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot enclosure. In the enclosure, guys, we've got the coconut fibre as a substrate. She sees the cord to my microphone. She thinks it's food. Hey? See this? No, it's not food. You goose. It's not food, Akko. So anyway, we've got a water well, backing, couple of rocks. Her diva's on because she is such a little diva, aren't she, precious girl? Food bowl, fake plant. A rock, log that she can bask on. Got a hide, hammock, branch. Heating UV. She's doing awesome. Stop looking at the cords, you silly girl. Okay? She's a beautiful girl. Up next, up here, we've got Ray. Now, Ray here is my little Rosenberg monitor, a year old now. She's doing awesome, eating food, gaining weight, gaining size. She's housed in a 4 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot enclosure. She will soon be upgraded to something much bigger. But I have to save up the money and get all the equipment and stuff to build her a bigger house. So in the enclosure, guys, coconut fibre, couple rocks in there, a hide, a log. She also hides underneath there sometimes. Got a couple of fake plants in here to decorate the enclosure. A backing down, I built for her. She actually uses it from time to time. We've got a heating UV and a water well in the corner that sometimes she likes to fill up with substrate. Hey, she had some food yesterday, so she's getting nice and big. It's good to see her eating all the time. I started to feed her every 3rd day now. It used to be every 2nd day, but she's not as interested in the food every couple of days. So I thought I might just push her back a day now. Right, yeah, enough rambling. We'll move on over here. So the next 3 enclosures, guys, I'm going to kind of do one shot really. They're all about the same size. So it's 3 foot, 1.5 foot by 1 foot tall enclosures. These 3 enclosures here house 3 more blue tongues. So up here we've got Bluey. So with their setups, guys, they've got a hide, except for Blanche, he's got 2. Heat, UV, a nice backing now for Bluey Bo. We've got fake plants for them, a water bowl, food bowl, a couple of rocks, a brick in there, coconut fibre as a substrate, and yeah, basically all that fun stuff for them. So he's Bo, so it's a little different. If you look at Bluey's backing, then you look at Bo's backing, it's a little different because they're double-sided and so forth. I might make it a little different. Here's Bo, he's having a nap. I don't know how he's sleeping with me talking here. If I was talking or someone was talking while sleeping, I'll be awoken. But yeah, similar setup to Bluey, as these two used to be brothers, or they are brothers, but they used to be housed together. Unfortunately, one day they started fighting. I had to separate them and all that fun drama. Now, down here we've got Blaine. Like I said, she's got 2 hides. Her house is a little different. She's got a new hide. Here she is. Now, Billy, Bo, and Bluey are Eastern Blue Tongue skinks. Blaine here is actually a lowland blotch blue tongue. She's much more shy and doesn't really come out too much. Of a morning she does come out, but in generally she's quite a shy blue tongue. I don't want to spook her as much anymore. So that's good. So there's her setup here. So it's a little different to Blue Bows, but different is always good. Next up we got Monty, who is my male shingleback skink. He's in a 4 foot by 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot enclosure. His enclosure, guys, we've got the sand. I might change that because he keeps putting sand in the bloody rails, and it's annoying as to get the sand out of the tracks, and he's a naughty boy. So he's got a brick, a few rocks, a custom built hide. I will fix up the hides with Bluey Bo and him. As they look, they're not as good looking as they used to be. Got a backing for him, heat, UV, his food bowl, water bowl. But he's a happy boy there. So that's the one side of the room, guys. Let's go over to the other side and see how everyone else is doing. I know this video is going to be much longer than the other Reptile room updates, but I thought instead of me just saying minimal, I like to say what's been going on and whatnot. Do it properly, I think. It may be longer, but a bit more information for you guys. So next up, we've got Chris, who is my Blackhead Python. Hey, young dude. Now, these guys all ate yesterday. Are yawning. There you go. Thanks for showing your black mouth there. But anyway, he's got no. That's just a normal, by the way. That's normal for Blackhead Pythons to have a dark mouth. He doesn't have mouth rot and anything. The reason why he's on newspaper is because he had mites recently. I forgot to get him substrate the other day, so he's going to be on newspaper for another couple of days. Now, I hope he's got no more mites, so I want to check him over one more time. So in his enclosure, guys, usually we have the asthma snake bedding. But right now he's got his water bowl, his log hide, a couple of rocks in here and a fake plant to help him shed his skin. A nice, beautiful backing, big hide for him. Heat and just a normal light, or it used to be an old UV light, but I just put it in there to brighten up the enclosure for him. He's doing well, guys. He's gaining size. He will also be giving. I will build him a bigger house soon. So he's about 7 foot long. So technically, I can house him in this for his whole life. But I feel bad having a 7 foot snake in a 4 foot enclosure. So soon he'll be upgraded to something bigger, where he can stretch out more and be more of a pain in my rear. But I still love this snake. He'll be 4 or 5 years old this year. I think it'll be 4 years this year I've had him. So yeah. Anyway, down here we've got Chappie and Orchid. They're both in that hide. So they're housed in a 4 foot by 1.5 foot by 2 foot enclosure. They will also be getting a bigger house as well. I feel bad for them. These two snakes are getting close to being 6.5 feet in length. So I want to build something nice and big for them soon. So like I said, it all comes down to finding the materials and doing it properly and getting all the equipment to build them the enclosures. I could go out and buy bigger stuff, but I'd rather just do it myself. That way I know what I'm doing and know the exact thing I want to do. Anyway, so the substrate, guys, is aspen snake bedding. I built this platform for them, so Chappie usually sits up there. Orchid likes to wedge herself between that. Got a pipe, water bowl, just a light strip here, heat dome, you can see it's operating. Now, Chappie and Orchid in the hide, let's see if we can show them to you. Come on, guys, stop being chunky monkeys. So I think, yeah, that's Orchid's head. And this darker one here is Chappie. I can't see his head in there. But yeah, they two are lovers. They spend a lot of time cuddling with each other. Especially, it doesn't matter if it's there or over there. They like to cuddle each other, which I find it very sweet. Next up, we've got Charles. So the plan is really, once Chris is put in a bigger house, Charles here will go into his enclosure. So Charles at the moment is in a 90 by, what is it, 1.5 foot, sorry, 3 foot by 1.5 foot by 2 foot enclosure. So his enclosure goes with the aspen snake bedding, water well, a couple of fake plants in here, a platform that I built for him, just a normal light up there to pretty much brighten up the enclosure. He's got a heat pad here. Now, he's got a couple of hides in here as well. Let's see, so there's Charles. He's doing well. The one thing he doesn't like is me disturbing him when he's got a belly full of food. So yeah, Like I said, guys, if the audio does mic up, I do apologise. I'll be reviewing the footage anyway, so we go from that. Next up, we got Molly. Yeah, Molly, I will be honest, guys, she hasn't been going too well. On the, hang on a second. I'm trying to think what date it is today. Oh, well, anyway, when you guys will see this video, it'll be 2 weeks since she had an operation. So when this video goes up live, it will be 2 weeks that she will have an operation. So, yeah. So usually all that here is in there. She had a nasty infection in the stomach that also went into her small intestine. So she got operated on. They had to remove, I think, 6 centimeters of a small intestine and to get rid of all that infection and so forth. As well, she's been battling with RI. Good news is her RI is completely gone now. It's just now for her to recover and hopefully, yeah, she can eat again soon. So it's been tough for the Molly girl. Kept a sample for the time being, so some newspaper. So if I've seen any blood, it's easy to spot. Also, to prevent any infection. Her backing, I left it in there because keep it somewhat nice in there for her. Heat and that's a normal light. Water bowl, so she's got access to drinking water, and a hide that she can feel secure in. I don't want to disturb her too much, but there she is. You can see her bandage there. The poor girl's been for a lot lately. So I will leave her be and recover in peace. She hasn't been enjoying the needles for her painkillers and her antibiotics, but it's keeping her alive. So hopefully about this time next month or month afterwards, she'll be completely fine and pretty much back on track to her life, really. She's had a tough life so far, the poor girl. I really feel for her. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys, she makes a full recovery and nothing bad happens to her. Because I'll be honest, I don't want to lose another reptile. It sucks. Not now anyway, because I lost Salt and Nicole the past month. So we'll get that in a moment. So down here, like I said last month, we lost Salt, who was my female bobtail gecko. So we still got a boyfriend, or her mate, Pepper. He's getting old as well. You can see he's getting quite skinny now. So they're about 8 years old, which is quite old for a gecko. 8-9 years, but they can live up to 15. But still, that's another 5 years away for him. So yeah, he's doing well. He's getting skinnier, but I'm giving him lots of crickets. So you just saw I put 4 crickets in there today. So hopefully throughout the day he'll eat. Yeah. Not long after I filmed the reptile room for last month, guys, we lost Nicole, who was my female spine-tailed gecko. Now we're gonna find the boy, Charcoal. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Charcoal's doing pretty well, guys. He's actually been more active, I've realised. How you doing, buddy? I will say he is a beautiful little gecko. Like I said, he's doing well, guys. Now I'm going to try and put him back in. So these enclosures here, guys, are 1 foot by 6 inches. 1 foot by 1 foot by 6 inches in height. So there's a heap pad shed between these two. So he's got these sticks he can climb up on. His hide, water bowl. With Pepper, there's a hide, a rock, and a water bowl with sand. I usually find sand is a better substrate for geckos. When you spray them with water, the water gets absorbed in the sand and helps them shed when there's a bit more humidity. Anyway, next up we have little Azula. Now Emma used to be in here, but Azula did a shed, which means and I've seen these guys mating a fair bit, so hopefully she will have some eggs soon. She's still a shy girl, but I didn't want to move her out and cause her any more stress. So I've taken Emma out and leave her be. So she's in I think it's a 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 enclosure. She's got a heat pad underneath her, a couple of hide or rock hide, her nest box, water bowl, a couple of branches, a backing, a display light, and a fake plant. So she's doing well, guys. Hopefully in about 28 days from now she'll lay some eggs. So hopefully by the end of November. That'll be nice. A nice reward after a tough year. Now the last animal, guys, here we've got Emma. Now Emma here is my male Blackhead Python, or Children's Python, so of course Azula's another female. He's in here temporarily for the next month or so until Azula lays. So basically it's just an old fish tank that's a 2 foot by 2 foot or diameters. So he's got a water bowl, that's some snake bedding, a fake plant that he's locked over. He's got his hide, where he's sitting now is where his hip pad is. Obviously it's underneath. So yeah, he's going pretty well. Hopefully he becomes a dad, which will be very nice to get some babies. You know, it's been a tough year for all of us, I guess, and it'd be nice to kind of, for me, to end the year with some eggs and potentially in the new year have some baby snakes. So that'll be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this has been a longer one than usual, but a lot has happened lately. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you all in another video.